Hello, class. There's something really important we want to do now after we've sort of rendered our scene. Now, unfortunately, because I was making these videos and I was jumping back and forth and I lost my rendering. Not really. I did what I'm going to do here because I knew I might in the process of sort of having to go through this video stuff here. So I sort of have had a backup plan that I'm going to have to implement here. So let's pretend that this is the rendered view. It's not. It went back to the unrendered view in Photoshop. But what you want to do as soon as you immediately end it rendering, to make sure you don't lose that rendering and all that time you spent, what you want to do is you want to go to Layer, and you're going to go to your 3D model, and you're just going to go to Select All. You can do Control A, and you can go to Edit Copy or Control C. All right, so it puts it in its memory. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to go to Edit Paste, um, and it'll paste in your rendered modeling. The good thing about that is what you'll be able to do is you can move it. If you have to do like I do, move it into place, it's there. You can see yours is going to look identical if you didn't lose your rendering, and like I did. But I saved it already. I pasted it in. I put it right on top. I could turn off. I don't have to. I can turn off my 3D model if I want to. That'll help the shadows out a little bit. Um, but the reason is I want to keep my 3D model because I'm going to use this for multiple perspectives. I'm going to do other things, and so I want to keep those materials and I'm going to keep using the model. But I want to set this JPEG now as is so I can run all those other Photoshop tricks that I've shown in other videos to make this look better. So I'm going to, set it into the scene, add entourage, add more landscaping, all of those things. So of course those are all in other videos. We already looked at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video. I'm just going to quickly sort of throw in a lot of the stuff I had done in the other videos just for comparison purposes, and then I'll let this video come back when I'm done, just so we can show you what I'm talking about. And if you don't know how to do any of those things that you'll see sort of pop up, then you have to go back into the other videos to look at this stuff. But to make a good drawing, it takes more than just putting a building into a scene. So just give me a little bit and I'll come back. Alright, I've gone ahead and I've added a few elements just through basic Photoshop art. People, trees, paths. I use brushes for grass to set this in. I just realized I should add shadows to this person. I think I forgot that, so let me just pause that and get that really quick. Or, I can just do it really live here. So, bang, make a shadow layer, edit, fill, black, edit, transform, distort, pull a shadow down in the direction that seems about right in length, enter to set it, and change transparency or opacity. And get that set in there. Alright, so you can keep adding things, and I really did this pretty quickly, but I just want to get a sense of how you get it all done and not looking so bad. Of course, you want to save it and print it out for class. Don't forget, you also might want to crop this down. I think there's so much in the foreground here. I don't think that's needed in the image, so you might do something like that. You can play with the width if you think there's too much over there or not enough. It's pretty good, so I'll just leave it there. And I will set it like this, and I will save this image, and again, you can print it out, and that's the end of this. And we're going to continue on in other lectures of how to look at lighting and various other aspects of 3D modeling and other ways to use Photoshop tools for 3D rendering. So there's a lot to do, but these are the basics, and even with these basics you get a pretty good job done. So good luck, and I can't wait to see these.